Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Welcome if you are new here. I'm Jen, and listen, it's officially fall. It is officially fall. It is officially my favorite time of year. I'm so excited. I'm wearing my fall-inspired shirt. That can only mean one thing. It's time to do a tag. It's time to do the Finally Fall tag. I did this last year. I'm going to link that video down below and in a card for you as well. But it's a new year, and I have new answers, so we're going to go ahead and get into it. But first, I, of course, will leave all the questions listed down below in the description box for you. Okay, I think that's it. Let's get into it. Question 1. In fall, the air is crisp and clear. Name a book with a vivid setting. I believe last year I went with a YA book as well. And I'm going to do it again this year because there's something about YA books for me that are just, well, they have that vivid setting quality. So I am going with The Daughter of Smoke and Bone Trilogy by Laini Taylor. First off, Laini Taylor is absolutely known for her vivid writing, her descriptive writing. It's very, I don't want to say flowery, but it's very poetic, super descriptive. I mean, I could definitely see all the caverns underground and the lighting and the settings and the props and the amazing costumes in this book. I don't even think that I have these in order, but it goes with The Daughter of Smoke and Bone, and then Days of Blood and Starlight, and then Dreams of Gods and Monsters. But super vivid setting and really a great trilogy. Question number 2. Nature is beautiful, but also dying. Name a book that is beautifully written, but also deals with a heavy topic like loss or grief. I immediately thought of Fractured Souls by Neva Altaj for this. This is Asia and Pavel's story. This is part of the Perfectly Imperfect series. I believe it's like book, I'm going to butcher it, 6 or 7, I don't know. It is one of my favorite books out of this series. Definitely check trigger warnings for this if you haven't read it. It stands a little bit apart from the rest of the books in the series because it does deal with some very dark content. Asia was raped and kidnapped and forced to join a trafficking corporation ring, but escapes, and that's how Pavel finds her, and he takes her home, and the rest is history. But the connection between these two was just absolutely amazing. But yes, again, it deals with some very dark content. So trigger warnings, please. Question number 3. Fall is back to school season. Share a nonfiction book that taught you something new. Okay, for this one, I am going with Atomic Habits by James Clear. Here's the thing about this. I never actually finished this, and so maybe it's a good thing that I'm doing this tag because it reminds me that it's not very long, and I need to finish it. So I started this on audio, but I quickly realized that there were images and really just like things that I wanted to highlight, so I stopped listening to it so that I could buy the book and continue with the book. I obviously got the physical copy, but then just never read it. So again, this is my reminder, but I did actually learn a little bit from the audio because I got a quarter way through, almost halfway through, and I really was enjoying it. But I know me, and I definitely would get more by the physical book, where I could make notes and everything. So I just need to make time for this. Moving on to question number 4, which is, in order to keep warm, it's good to spend some time with the people we love. Name a fictional family, household, friend group that you'd like to be a part of. Okay, I thought of 2 right off the bat, and that is the Boys of Tommen found family. And Johnny's family. I love his mother and his father. They're that family that everybody wants to be a part of. But then also the Friends found family group. It's just such a tight-knit group, and these people are just, I mean, these are lifelong friends. Like, these are not people that are going to go off to university and then you're just never going to see them. These are people that are going to be in your life for the long haul. And then there's also the Chestnut Springs family. I love them. So you've got the boys, and they bring in these amazing, strong female characters, but then you also have like the patriarch of this family, which is Harvey, and his one-liners and zingers and sexual innuendo, and I just absolutely love all the scenes with him in it. I love that. So yeah, I couldn't pick between the two, so we're going with both of them. Which brings us to question number 6. Fall is the perfect time for some storytelling by the fireside. Share a book wherein somebody is telling a story. This one was a little hard for me. I really couldn't think of anything. Like, I know that there's, the Seven Husbands of Evelyn Hugo. She's telling a story in it, but I can't remember if I did that one last year or not. And I feel like that's just a go-to. But I was trying to find something that wasn't a prevalent answer. So I'm going to go a little different here. So bear with me, because this is what I've come up with. The Elite King series by Amo Jones. There is some storytelling in there. There is like a secret. There's a society. I guess, yeah, you would call it a secret society. And then when you get further into the series, you learn a little bit more about some other things tying into that secret society, particularly on an island that they go to. I don't want to spoil anything if you haven't read it. It's a really good series. It's one of my favorites. So yeah, I'm going to go with that. But then that got me thinking about Haunting Adeline and even Hunting Adeline, because there's that subplot in the first one with her grandmother's entries, her diary entries, which I have a little bit of contention with. We're not going to go into that. And then also in Hunting Adeline, where she's writing her diary entries and kind of like her own story. So there. I mean, it's not like a full-on story, but there's some storytelling in it. We're going with it. Okay, I'm going to stop this for a second because I just realized that I skipped over question 5. So let's backtrack. We're going to go to question 5, and then we'll continue on to question number 7. Question number 5. The colorful leaves are piling up on the ground. Show us a pile of fall-colored spines. I didn't want to show all of the same books that I did last year. I don't even remember what I did. So this is what I'm going to show now. Okay, so now that we've just realized that Jennifer can't follow a very simple numerical list, we are back on track with number 7, which is the nights are getting dark. The nights are getting darker. Share a dark, creepy read. Immediately I thought of the Devil's Night series by Penelope Douglas, possibly because I am planning on reading that entire series next month, but there's dark things, there's creepy things, there's spooky things, there's men in masks that do devilish things at night. It was just a perfect answer for me. Question number 8. The days are getting colder. Name a short, heartwarming read that could warm up somebody's cold and rainy day. Honestly, this may have been my answer last year as well, but it was the only thing that I could think of, because I don't really read a lot of heartwarming books. They might have heartwarming moments in them, but I don't think that they would be classified as like a heartwarming story. So it was kind of hard for me to think about this. I mean, if that were the case, then I would go with something, a very recent read, which was Hawke by Jessie Hall. That just gave me warm and fuzzies all over the place. Very good book. If you haven't read it, I definitely recommend that you do. But I don't really think that that is what this question is asking. So I'm going to go with basically like any book by Casey West. I have mentioned this before, but she is my go-to for like palate cleansing. If I am in a book slump, that is who I go to, because it's a short, sweet, sugary read that just puts me right back in the mood to read again. These are typically young adult books. However, I did hear that she is writing an adult book. I don't know when that's coming out. I need to find out more about that. I'm definitely excited for that. But yeah, any young adult book by Casey West. Question number 9. Fall. Luckily, it's my favorite season. Mine too. Returns every year. Name an old favorite that you'd like to return to soon. Birthday Girl by Penelope Douglas. Man, we've got a lot of Penelope Douglas today. I've read that one like 3 times, and honestly, like, it gets better each time. I wouldn't mind reading Don't Kiss the Bride by Carrie and Cole again because, I don't know, there's just something about Lucky and Skylar that just, you know? Also, I will say, and it might be because I am rereading a YA trilogy and finishing the last book this month that I've been meaning to get to for like 6 or 7 years. But I've been eyeing one of my favorite YA series, which is The Vampire Academy by Rochelle Mead. I've been eyeing it. It's been eyeing me. I think that one I'm a little scared that I wouldn't like it as much because I'm not in like a YA phase in my life, but I think that's where my love of like the Russians come from, because there is a extremely hot Russian in it. So yeah, I mean, that one I wouldn't mind. However, it's long. Like, there's 6 books in that series, and then there is a follow-up series, Bloodlines. There's 6 in that one. So if you're going to be reading all of it, it's 12 books. If you're counting correctly, that's a lot. And at this point, I just don't see myself having the time for that. But it does catch my eye quite frequently. At some point, I'll try it. We'll see. Anyway, let's move on. We are on question 10. Fall is the perfect time for cozy reading nights. Share your favorite cozy reading accessories. For me, it would just be being somewhere comfortable when I read. Right now, that is like cozied up in my bed with like all the pillows behind me, all nice and comfortable, like it's cocooning me. Right now, it's a little bit too hot for this, but ideally with the window open with a nice breeze coming in so I could be wrapped up in a cozy blanket. Cozy socks, like fuzzy socks, if the blanket's not doing it for my feet, because my feet are like always cold. And then of course like my Kindle or a paperback. And that's what I need. I need a good book or my Kindle with a good book on it, and I want to be comfy. Actually, I'm going to add something, and that is, if the window is open and it's cold and I've got the cozy blanket, then I really want like a really large sweatshirt on as well, because that just makes me, that's like my favorite, right? So yeah, that's it. That is my comfy cozy right there. Our last question is, spread the autumn appreciation and tag some people. Well, I'm just going to tag you. If you want to do this, please tag me or let me know so I can come and watch it on your channel. I love me a good tag. I'm so happy it's fall. Guys, I'm just really excited. It's fall. I've got some fun content coming that I'm really excited about, so I hope that you guys get excited about it. And yeah, so that's going to do it for today. If you like this video, please like, comment, and subscribe before you leave, and I will catch you guys on the next one. But until next time, happy reading and happy fall.